Welcome to this edition of the X Fan Lunch Special. This is show number 5, the last one of the week. A-Train, Arlington Lane in the house with you guys today. Dirty is running a little bit behind, had a little bit of an issue on the commute from work, so he is out for just a little bit. He should be stopping by in just a little while. As always, folks, this show is brought to you by the X Fan Show. You can follow us on Facebook, you can follow us on Twitch, and you can follow us on YouTube, along with Twitter as well. Got my Cardinal shirt on today. Represent up. There he is. I
had a blowout.
You had a blowout? Is that what that was?
A blowout.
Oh my God.
I blew something out. I'm on my way home. I'll be home in 5 minutes, and then I'll be back on the show just to irritate people.
All right, you guys. Listen, check it out.
Apparently, we caused a stir yesterday.
Did we?
I don't know, but kick me out of here. We caused a stir yesterday, and I'll explain it in a few minutes.
All right. You heard that from Dirty. He said we didn't cause a stir. I guess we did. A lot of people are upset when honestly that has happened far too often. So that's what we used to that by now. All right, we got a comment already, bunch of comments from our guy St. Louis Battlehawk Zach. Because we did say this is a show that is pertaining to the fans. If you had questions or comments, that this show was for you today. If you checked out yesterday's show. Let's see what we got here. Zach says, I am okay with XFL games being made available on streaming services just as long as they are also on cable. Because there are a lot of people that don't have subscriptions to ESPN Plus or Hulu. Yep, I understand that part. I do. XFL games should be provided in many areas. It should be provided all over across the globe. You know, if it's remaining on cable, then that's where it should be. Also, I do believe that if you haven't seen it lately, what's going on with Thursday Night Football being featured on Prime Video, just solely on Prime Video and not a network, as it had been in the past. So that's where we headed, and that's where it's going to be, point blank. You can see, man, Zach, you came in with a lot of questions before 11 o'clock, man, or a lot of comments. Saying once it be similar to be able to watch every game without having to pay for an extra subscription for one of the streaming services, see 9 or 10 of them throughout the year is very frustrating. That's where we headed, though. We're literally headed towards more streaming because a lot of people are, quote unquote, cutting their cords. You know, they thinking that the best deal for them is to get streaming and they be able to see everything. Let me let you in on a little secret. It's not. You're still paying just about the same as you were before. So if you didn't hear that or understand that, I don't know what else to tell you. And we do appreciate it that you love in the afternoon delight. If you want to see more of these, we got some plans coming up in the future for afternoon. May not do it every day, but we do got some plans for what we want to do for the daytime show. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, paying $16 a month for everything. Yeah, because you cut the cord. You know what I mean? And you should be able to watch your favorite programs. And I know a lot of these different networks and channels are doing everything differently. But also you have to remember, you're also paying for the internet too. Don't forget that. When you got to pay for the internet, then that's where it is right now. That's where they get you. And they won't let you know that. And it might be a significant smaller cost right now, but it's going to get higher as time progresses. Do you know if St. Louis team logo changed? As of right now, no. However, if you do go to the website, there are some subtle changes that they made to the site. And according to Dirty, that we caused a stir on yesterday's show. And I'm still waiting to hear back what he means by that, because on this show, we're going to speak it like it is. I know people are going to be unhappy. You can't make everybody happy. So I'm really interested in hearing and seeing what he meant by we caused a stir, because he said that literally 4 minutes ago. Folks, this is the A Train, Arlington Lane. This is the X-Fan lunch special. Dirty is on his way. He is making his way into his home, and because he said, if you heard him, he had a blowout. So that means he has something going on with his tires. And grateful enough that he was able to make it safe and sound, and he's headed back home right now. Of course, as always, the thoughts going along to the folks that's dealing with Hurricane Ian. And yeah, this is, this has been a wild time. Just a wild time going on right now. Also want to send our condolences to the family of Gavin Escobar, who was a spring footballer himself for the San Diego Fleet and did have some time with the Dallas Cowboys. Heard he passed away yesterday in a rock climbing incident. So our thoughts go to his family as well. All right. I seen something from the from XFL Insider, Mike Mitchell, on when these teams are supposed to be dropping. Now, it was an indicator that it wasn't going to be, that they're getting ready for it, but he didn't give a tentative date on when that could be. Looks like my man is there in the corner now, and there he is. Welcome back, sir.
So, yesterday we talked about team slogos, right?
Correct.
So apparently this has been out for a while. So other people, now look, here's what I said yesterday, and correct me if I'm wrong, Arlington, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I said nobody has talked about this or wrote about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's all I said. I called out the entire community, right? I called me and you out. I called Newsroom out. I called News Hub out. I called out Dreams Begin with an X. I called out Player 54 podcast. I called out the entire community that does this, correct?
Right.
It said nobody has written or posted anything about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, today everything blows up and everybody's like, well, it's been out since August and July. And I'm like, that's cool. Just show me where the articles are. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not saying that we broke anything new. All I'm just saying is we found something interesting and we talked about it. That's it. That's all I said.
Are you talking about the website?
Yeah, the website and the team slogos.
So it's been out since August.
Well, that's what people have been telling me. That's what people are telling me. And I'm like,
all we did was go back to the archives.
That's it. That's all I said. I was like, I just went back to the archives, bro.
That's all we did.
They're like, well, it's been out since July. I'm like, cool. Then show me where the articles are that people wrote. That's all.
Or and then show me on the archives where that happened.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's it. You know me. I love calling everybody out. I'll call our own goddamn show out. I did it yesterday. I'm doing it today. So guess what? If it was out in July, guess what? I'll eat crow then.
If that was the case, then why did they close down the website? What was the purpose then? What was the point?
Exactly.
What was the point?
Exactly.
So if y'all getting all up in arms about that, what was the point of that?
Here, I'm going to answer Zach's question. Zach's got a question of the names, right?
XFL. I'm going to say it this time.
Okay.
I'm going to say it. XFL Arlington, XFL Houston, XFL San Antonio, XFL St. Louis, XFL Seattle, XFL DC, Washington, DC, right?
Mm-hmm.
XFL Orlando, and I'm missing one more. I know I got
Seattle.
one more. And XFL Vegas.
Vegas. There's your team names. Get over it.
There you go. Javier asks, A-Train, do you think we get silvers? See, now listen, everybody is back on that assigned quarterback thing that Mike Mitchell put out. Now, it could be the case.
If that's
It could be the case.
then that's true. I don't think because if you look at who he said who we're getting is Ryan Willis.
I saw that. I did see that.
We're getting, right?
And here's my ordeal, though. If they do the assigned quarterbacks, now mind you, this is the fan show. If y'all got questions, we're here to answer them today, as best as we can. And if you got any comments about the show, we'll put that out if we need to. My thing is this: Silvers is good enough for the XFL. If we get Ryan Willis, if St. Louis gets Ryan Willis, it's fantastic. De'Aaron King goes to Houston, fantastic. I always believe something like this with the XFL. If they chose to do assigned quarterbacks, then they need to have players that at least played in their hometowns.
Or have some kind of tie to
To
that
the city.
town.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes back to my favorite player in this case, Akil Glass. But what has not been announced yet is in Vegas, the offensive coordinator.
Okay, now Arlington, are you ready?
Okay,
I want to show you something, okay?
tell me
So-
something.
I'm going to show you. I'm on the website. Ready?
I hope you tell me something good.
I am. Ready? I'm back on archives.com, right? Okay. Now, I want you to look right up here at the date. What's that date say right there?
Okay, hold on. Sorry.
It says
do this.
August.
Listen. Hold on, man. I had to do something. I had to make a little change. So give me just a second.
Okay.
So this says August 3rd, 2022.
Okay, so now now you see I'm scrolling. This is live, right? This is live. Look.
This
see?
is live. Yeah.
Okay. You ready?
Okay. Yeah. Now click it. The
What does it say?
Wayback Machine has not archived that URL. This page is not available on the web because page does not exist.
Now look, Arlington. I'm going to go back up here. See it?
Okay. I'm seeing it right now.
What date does that say?
It says August 3rd.
Okay, so now let's go. Let's go to Houston.
You don't even have to do that. You really don't even have to do that. You can go now. You can go back. Now you can go to the site now, xfl.com.
Okay, here. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go back out. I'm gonna exit out of here.
You're gonna go in the archive, right? You staying in the archive.
June 19th. Tell me what that says right there.
This says team updates.
Mm-hmm.
That was archived.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna exit out of here, right? I'm gonna go
There was
right
something that said a Guardians camp. It was brief.
here. What does it say right up here? This is June 19th. What does it say right there?
There's nothing with the teams. There's
Nah.
nothing.
I'm gonna back out again.
Okay.
For you guys, I'm staying on the website. August 2nd, right?
Yep.
The date, right? So I'm gonna click, exit out. Let me scroll up.
Show them.
I'm showing them.
Vice President of Communications. You see that news right there,
It
right?
says teams right there, right?
Okay. Well, now what date was that?
August 2nd, right?
Let's say August 2nd, right? Okay.
August 2nd. But now look, you click it. What does it do? It goes right back
It
to
says a league of 8 cities, right? It
Mhm.
goes straight to that. Now, mind you, when you go to the site, that part ain't even there no more. It took that down. It's gone. So you're gonna sit there and tell me that they didn't make any slight
now. Look,
modifications or anything like that? Nothing.
now I exit out of there. Right now, all I have said.
No. You just all you did, sir. All you did was cause the stir in the community. That's all it was. You just stirring the pot. But at the same time, what did you say that was wrong?
I didn't say anything that was wrong.
Exactly the point. So why are you flipping off of that?
Look, you ready? Okay, Arlington, I'm going to open it back up. Okay, I'm going to show you where we're at. Okay, we're on archives.com, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, look, archives.com. You see what I put in there? XFL.com, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they said this was back in, people have been saying this has been since June or July, right?
Yep.
Okay. So they said late July. Okay, so look, Arlington, I'm going to click on the 26th.
Yep.
That's the only date that's on there, the late July, right? Ready?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to click on it, see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Look what date it takes me to. When the next big major update was done. What's that say?
About Jeff Statler being the vice president of communications.
It says July 2nd, correct?
Mm-hmm. All right, scroll down. No,
So-
that say August 2nd.
August 2nd, right? So we're going to click on Teams. Look what day it takes me to.
Mm-hmm.
All from the website itself, guys. You're seeing it live. You're seeing it live. Okay? What other date do you want me to go to here on here, Arlington?
You can go to go middle of the week of August.
Okay, middle of the week of August. Now,
Yeah.
I'll let you pick the date. Ready?
Okay.
Here we go.
August. How about that 16th of August?
August 16th. Okay. I'll
Yeah,
click on
that's
that.
it. 2 snapshots, right?
We'll go. Now, here's what I've noticed. If you notice, everything is done at 11:53, at 11:58, right?
Yes, in the evening.
Derek King, it's a conspiracy. All right, so here we go. Look what it says, Arlington. August 16th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what they named Jordan Paul.
Now, got to exit out of here to get to the team names, right? Now, we're still on. If you look up here, what does it say in the URL, Arlington? What does it say up there in the URL?
XFL.com.
No. Right there. Right here in the URL. Right here.
Oh, web archive. We still in the web archive, right?
I'm going to exit out of there.
Okay.
Okay. Now, look, there's team names, right?
Yep. Click the teams, please.
Click on the team names. It's spinning. It's working.
I mean, hey, listen. And if it said it changed by then, glad to be wrong. Listen.
I had to be wrong. All we did was we found something interesting to talk about. Okay, look what it's doing.
Same thing.
Hold on,
Same
look.
thing.
It takes me back to August 15th, right?
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Scroll down. First team. Your name, Arlington. Ready?
Here we go. Okay. All right. Do one more. I want you to do the beginning of September.
What's that say right there, Arlington?
The same thing that it said back in August.
What does it say right there?
Same stuff.
Huh?
Same stuff. Same stuff.
So now I'm gonna go back. You said you want me to go back, right?
Mm-hmm. I want you to do one more, and then that's it. We're not doing any more after that.
All right, where you want me to go? Pick the date, Arlington.
Go to September.
Okay.
I want you to go to let's go 2 weeks ago, the 13th.
Oh, look at the time, Arlington. 23:57.
Yep.
Okay. Clicking on it.
Yep.
Right there, as you see, September 13th, right there at the top.
In the
right?
top right corner, you can see that.
We're going to exit out of that part. We're going to read to the cookies. We're going to wait till this all loads.
Because listen, finalizing the coaching staff. Go back up, sir.
Oh, there it is. Ready? Okay.
Go to the teams.
That was the day that I announced. That was the day after I said an announcement was coming. Correct?
Yeah. And the tentative dates that you said.
Yep. Tentative dates. Listen, I'm not saying that any of these other people are bad reporters or anything like that. I'm just saying I found something interesting to talk about. Here, let's try a different team. Pick a different team.
Shoot, go to St. Louis.
Okay, we'll go to St. Louis. No, the team in question is Seattle, right? Let's go to Seattle.
Okay.
Click on Seattle. Here we go. Spinning.
I do see it at the top. I do see at the top of the URL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Still spinning. So there it is. On
Okay.
the team,
Now,
let me see something.
There it is. Okay, so 2 weeks ago.
Look what date it says. So it says September 2nd.
What is it? September 2nd, right? So at the beginning of the month.
This was the first time that this page had been updated. Was on September 2nd.
Okay, so fine. It was started at the beginning of the month.
Again.
Right?
Right. But again, like I've said, Arlington, like we said yesterday, show me the articles of where this had come out at. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
So it was out at the beginning of the month.
Right. We needed something to talk about on yesterday's show. We thought that was an interesting topic. That the website went down and then all of a sudden that stuff started appearing when we noticed it. That's all we're saying. Right?
Cool. That's cool. I ain't got no problem with that. So they had already, but again, those that had been keeping their ear to the floor hadn't really said anything
exactly
about what's been going on with the site. So if that was the case, y'all would have said back then, hey, there have been some mighty changes on the site. You need to check them out.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But nobody.
So then, if that's the case, I want those people to come on here and say how they felt about why we said what we said yesterday.
Right. Okay. You know, Arlington. Everybody knows that we're starting a working relationship with Newsroom, right?
Do they?
Correct? Well, I mean, they know that we're on a friendly basis with Newsroom more than we are News Hub, right?
Okay.
At least that's, we got no problem with News Hub too. We get some of our news from News Hub too.
All right. Keep going.
Right. But I'll go to Newsroom. I'll call out our boy Stefan first because I love calling him out. I love messing with Stefan, right? So I'm going to go to news, okay? Now, if I can find this on the website, Arlington, then I'll pull it up, right? So I'm going and I'm looking, right, on their news. So I'm at their news, and it says Stefan, he wrote an article just like Mark Perry or Mike Mitchell about the leaks of the quarterbacks, right?
Yes.
It was on the 29th. He also did one on another social media identifying the quarterbacks. Then on the 27th, he did one of the stuff being postponed, right?
Mm-hmm.
26th, he shared the video of Jordan Palmer. September 24th, the day before the announcements were supposed to come out, the happy hours, says the site goes dark. Okay. 23rd, some team names potentially leaked. Let's see. 21st, Vegas coach talks about Rod Woodson on the McAfee show. On the 15th, talks about the XFL gearing up.
Funny, nobody talked about his appearance on Rich Eisen either.
Right. Look, Arlington, I'm back at September 15th. Jason Garnella joins the XFL. September 13th, 10 coaches leaving the USFL. Let's see. I'm back to the 7th now. They do the partnership. And then on the 2nd, ANC reveals the supplemental players. July or August 31st.
All right, you went too far back as it is. You went too far back.
But I've had people tell me that this went back since August 2nd, right? So
right.
I'm just going through. We're going to find August 2nd. August 15th, the Coach Beck does his Q&A on Twitter. August 10th.
Come on, man. You already know that ain't finna go down, man. You already know that.
Let's see. August 8th, WWE.
Blowing smoke. You blowing smoke.
To XFL. August 3rd, I'm almost there. XFL launches the huddle. August 2nd, partnership with Ticketmaster.
Number smoke.
August 1st, Jeff Alstedler, vice president.
Number smoke, sir.
August 31st. We go
July 31st. See, you don't even know where you at no more.
July 31st, here we go. On July 28th, Vince McMahon and The Rock sued over trade secrets. Contract details surface following compensation meeting on the 26th.
Okay. So there, you pretty much said it. You pretty much said it there. That at this point, nobody said anything about it, but it was reported. And so we just helped you with the reports. And come on, let's be honest with ourselves. In the XFL community, they usually have the same similar stories come out when news happens. Nothing was said about them. Nothing was said.
Right. I'm all the way back to June.
Nothing was said. And y'all know this. Y'all know this. Those that follow them, those sites, because right now, if we all be honest, those probably are the two only sites that are going to cover what goes on with the XFL.
Yeah,
Okay?
exactly.
And they've been on top of it, no matter how much.
Yep.
No matter how much there's discrepancies and stuff within it. They've been the ones that have been covering the stories, right? We talk about them, right? So, and my thing is, you can't sit there and say that type of thing and it didn't happen. All right, so we just showed you September 2nd is when they dropped all of those new taglines.
Now,
y'all really been following up the site for that long?
Arlington. So, like I said, I went all the way to June of 2022.
Correct.
The last thing, that's where I stopped, and it was the Oliver Luck and Vince McMahon lawsuit being terminated in court.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm going to go to Newsroom. I'm going to go to News Hub. Going to go to XFL News. Again, the two most trusted sites. I'm not saying what?
Go ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead. I'm talking to the people. While you
Okay.
doing it, please, if you got questions and comments, go ahead and say that. Because Dirty is now going down this road. He's going down a road of he's in a deep hole now of XFL conspiracies. It's just like Derek said. When you take him there, that's where he's going. Because not only that, it seems like a lot of times on this show, we have the CYA or COA in this case for us. Because a lot of the stuff that we like to throw out on this show gets thrown up against the wall to see if it sticks. You know what that's called? That's called our speculations. And time again, things that y'all say online about us is that we just throw rumors out and we just throw things out of there. We just showed you that we do.
So here's
we said everything was speculation. We didn't never say it's Bible. Exactly. And so now this is where we're headed. We are headed, folks, to whenever ESPN or Danny and The Rock say something about the league. And it's posted on the XFL site.
Okay, Arlington, I'm back 2 months on their site. Ready? Okay.
You finna
And
pull it up?
stuff that we've talked about. Okay? Stuff that we've talked about on the show. I'm back to where they hired Jeff. So that was what? August 1st.
Okay.
Okay? Nothing about team logos or team names. Nothing about it. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back into August where Reed Johnson was at the showcase. Right? All our teams are actually playing in their cities that he reported. The financial income 2 months ago. It ain't there. It ain't there, man. None of it is there. That's all I'm saying. Is look, these sites, they have their thing. Mike Mitchell has reported a lot of stuff that has come true. A lot of stuff that's come true, right? Not going to deny that. Can't deny that. Am I right, Arlington?
Right. And there's one thing. If you do read some of Mike Mitchell's articles,
he's always dropping Easter eggs.
And he gives, and guess what? And this is nothing against him. This is about the clicks. Because look, he had put out an article about the timing of when that these names should drop, but nothing in the article indicates when they're going to be dropped.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He knows what's going to bring the traffic to the site. That is how journalists work.
Yeah.
He knows what can bring you to the site. So kudos to Mike. Kudos to Mike for that. So yeah, and I know a lot of people like to throw him under the bus and things like that.
Hell, I've done it on this show, but I do it all in fun.
I mean, yeah, I know how your style is. I'm talking about others. I'm calling out other people that do it. That he keeps his ear to the ground, and he knows what's going on within the community, whoever he talks to.
Right. Yeah.
I know that people don't understand it, but listen, that is a one trusted source for the league. A lot of people are utilizing his services when they go on their shows. So look, it is what it is.
Look, we sent out olive branches to everybody. Mark Perry could come on this show. Stefan and Zach could come on this show. Mike Mitchell could come on this show. Reed Johnson has been on this show. Jay Noakes and his partner could come on this show. I don't care. That's the thing is they all think I got a problem with all of them, and I don't.
No, the thing is, and we're gonna keep it 100. The thing is, you have a problem with what the things that we're saying on our show. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I'm the professional is telling you, you guys have a problem with the stuff that we're presenting on our show. And listen,
if
end of the day, let me make my point. Let me make my point, Dirty.
I'm professional.
Let me make my point, sir.
You want to prove us wrong? Come on and prove us wrong.
Let me make my point while you sitting there running your freaking mouth, sir. Now, with that being said, I ain't got nothing. See, then I have to do this. Let me do this. Look, my thing is, you have to make sure that what you guys got going on. I hate when people do this. I hate when you do this, Dirty. I really do. I really hate when you put me there and then I forget my train of thought because I have to deal with your crap. It just make me lose my train of thought, man. I hate that. I hate when you do that. You go on these tangents.
No, it's this simple. Look, I mean, Adam Smith right here. Hey, we appreciate that you think that that's it, that your show is the only one that has the facts. We appreciate that you think that we have that, right? We appreciate that. We wanted to just do a show that was going to be entertaining for you guys, that you guys would enjoy, that you guys would want to sit here and watch, because we knew there would be other people out there doing shows that were going to be more monotone and more
informative. That's right. What it was. More informative. That's what it is.
And that's what we knew. We didn't want to be that way.
That's why I say all the
crazy. Right. That's why I say all the crazy stuff. That's why the guy sitting right there next to me, that's why he's the professional, because this is a man that's been doing it for 20 plus years in the industry. This is a man that has covered a lot of stuff in our industry. That man sitting next to me.
And yes, and Javier, it is like what you say. Anybody wants Mike's opinion on their show, for any show, and because you want to hear what he has to say, because the simple fact of the matter is what he's been researching he's put work in. Not put it like that. He's been putting work in.
Right.
And he's done it for a long time. This is why I don't discredit him all the way, because he's been at it since 2001, when the XFL dropped 1.0. And for a young reporter back then to be covering a league and wanting that type of, I guess looking at it from a broader perspective, wanting to be in a bigger realm, and he's only 18 doing it. It's pretty. It's fantastic in my eyes.
Right? Yeah.
Sure, Adam, you did see it on the Jumbotron.
All we were trying to say yesterday is
stop discrediting it. Stop discrediting us.
Yeah. All we said was, hey, we noticed something. They have team slogans now. Sure. Do they not make sense for some of them? Sure, they do. But all we said is we saw team slogans. We hadn't seen anybody else talk about it, so we're like, hey, Arlington, was like, Arlington, let's talk about it. It's something interesting. And then you guys all want to come back and say, well, it's been out for a while. Okay, cool. All we're saying is show us the articles of where.
And all we did was brought it out to light. That's it.
That's it.
And that's again, it goes back to the discrediting.
Now I can see that. Look, Arlington, I can see now that if that Seattle slogan is anchored in greatness, I could see that they could change the name to Sea Dragons and have like a sea dragon wrapped around an anchor. That would make sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
This one name, though, that I still can't quite get over. This San Antonio Brahmas thing.
Listen, now that's the one I hope. I hope Mike Mitchell lied about that one. Because if he didn't, God bless America. Poor San Antonio. Poor Jason and Rudy and
I'm gonna tell you now.
Poor guys.
I'm gonna tell you now, man. They're going to accept it. They're going to accept it. They're going to accept it.
Wait, hold on. Let's go. Let me pull that up.
They are going to accept it.
Oh.
Real talk. The San Antonio Brahmas. Because he mentioned, I think he mentioned in his article that, yeah, a bull. Come on, man. The bullhorns. Come on, man. And the longhorns, like in Texas, actually fits.
Right here. Ready?
It actually fits. I hate to say that. It fits.
Look, it fits, right? No, that's the wrong one. I don't want to share that. I want to do this.
Hey, what? So you telling me it's wrong to give a nod to the man that co-owns?
That's your colors? Can you imagine? See, they should just call themselves the San Antonio Yellow Bellies.
Listen.
That's what they should call themselves.
That looks like the Fleet colors. Didn't Hines Ward used to be? No, he was part of the AAF, but not part of a team. But
he was part of the Steelers. That's Steeler yellow.
Yeah.
But listen,
and wait,
I'm calling it right now.
I can. Don't be surprised if that is black and yellow.
Hold on, Arlington. You ready?
Yes.
I'm going to call it now. I'm not here in St. Louis, right? Here in St. Louis, you're in Houston, so you got to figure out what your guys' rival is going to be down there in Houston. But here in St. Louis, right? The Battlehawk fans, we are going to call San Antonio. We're not going to call them the Brahmas if that's their name. We're going to call them the San Antonio Yellow Bellies. Because that's what their uniforms look like. Their uniforms is going to look like baby poop.
I think now if San Antonio could be, depending on the division that they're in.
And then Adam says, "Well, bring up the Vipers. Look, if the Vipers, Las Vegas,
it fits. It fits. Unfortunately, I know it's Tampa's team name. But I think it should go back to Tampa."
Danzel Vance says it right here. The best, right? Mike works so hard to be a trusted source for the league, but I listen to everyone because everyone's show has different sources. You're absolutely right. And that is the best way to do it. The best way to do it, Mr. Vance. The best way to do it.
See, I see where Sandy went. You see Sandy's comment, VV for Vegas Vipers?
Yep.
You know, I don't know, man.
They're not saying Vegas. They're saying Las Vegas. They're not just saying Vegas. They're saying Las.
Come on, man. You already know in short, they're going to call them the Vegas Vipers.
Look, this right here, this team right here would fit the Viper color. But if you look at this, what it says their team motto logo is, right? Now, this is the actual XFL website. Football and Florida, it's a magical combo. So that wouldn't surprise me. You know, and Mike Perry made a really great comparison, and I didn't even think about it when we were talking about it, Arlington. A comparison to the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Because it's a Disney company.
Because it's a Disney company.
Because of Marvel and I've seen the name the Guardians.
Yeah.
I do like a lot of people like that name, especially in Cleveland.
Uh-huh.
You know, with their new name for baseball and stuff.
Uh-huh. I mean, look, to be honest, here's what I want. It's a different ownership, right?
Right.
Different ownership.
Yep.
I wouldn't be pissed off if it's all new names for everybody.
You said you would not, or you
Nope.
would be?
I wouldn't be. If every team had a different name, I wouldn't be mad. I
'Cause I think everybody really cares about at this point, and they should care about, is the game itself.
Exactly.
Care about the game itself.
Like Zach said, do you guys want us to repeat the team names again for you?
I did it already, man. No, we
Oh, you did?
missed it at the top. I did it already. You missed it at the top of the show, then you missed it. But yeah, that's what everybody really cares about. The main thing is the game. What is the game going to look like? That shouldn't even be a thing. We care about some team names. I get it. You are representing, that team is representing your city, and you want to get behind them.
Uh-huh.
There's still people that do not care, the people that says about the Cleveland team, or hell, even the Washington team in football. Like, I don't care about the Commander, but you still grab a Commander stuff.
Right, exactly. Now Sandy says no. Sandy says no. It costs more money to change everything.
In a way of speaking.
In the short run, yes. Long run, no. Because they're gonna make more money. I mean, I guarantee you this. The St. Louis logo, it's changing.
How much you want to bet, sir? How much you want to bet, Dirty, that the XFL going to be closer to more NFL rules?
Oh, 100%. I agreed with you.
You think so?
You heard what they said.
Listen,
the XFL said.
Now remember, in the last iteration of the XFL, 1 foot in bounds was a catch.
Correct.
2 feet is what it's going to be. If you're working with a partnership with the NFL, you are not going to change. You are not going. Now, there's going to be some rules from the XFL back in 2020 that's going to go into this. But I bet you the main thing they're going to do, because you can't, if you're saying to players, The Rock, that we want you to get an opportunity to participate in the NFL, you're going to have to make your rules just like the NFL.
Correct.
You can't change it. So that means I wouldn't be surprised if the XFL rules from the last iteration is gone. But at the same time, there's going to be some XFL rules that remain that will go over to the NFL.
Look, like
case in point, as you saw yesterday, if you watch Thursday Night Football on Prime Video, one of the things, the clips that they showed yesterday is it was about player safety. That was the one thing the XFL was big on. Player safety. Tua got knocked out of the game.
Yep.
He had a concussion on Sunday. He got a concussion again Thursday.
Yep.
So now the NFL is under the microscope again for their player safety that they said that they were promoting so well.
And thanks to that, I'm probably going to lose my week. I'm going to lose in my week this year.
Did you started him as your quarterback in fantasy?
Well, yeah, he was supposed to get almost 30 points.
Thank you to my tribe that came in and told me, hey, use Justin Herbert against the Texans. Okay. So now I got to release Tua, and I think I have in mind who I want to get. Excuse me?
It was either that or Carson Wentz playing against Dallas.
You might as well took Wentz against Dallas. You got to remember, it's not Dak Prescott back there under center.
But it don't matter. That Dallas defense is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Now, look, here's the one rule I would love to see. If as you see Javier, who says, does the XFL rules, will they change or put some new in the rule book?
Some of them new the new will become old.
Right. Now, you're talking about how they're going to use the XFL as a petri dish for the NFL, right?
Right.
Here's the one thing I would love to see in the NFL from the XFL. The kickoff.
Exactly. That's the main thing that I believe will be changed in the NFL in due time.
I mean, think about what we saw with the XFL and the kickoff. They couldn't move until the player caught the ball, right? We still saw some returns. Right? We saw some decent returns. We saw a touchdown be returned for kickoff be returned for a touchdown. When's the last time you've seen a touchdown on a kickoff return in the NFL? When was the last time you saw one?
It's been a while.
Actually, I'm going to Google it.
Not even USFL MVP Kevontae Turpin can say that with the Dallas Cowboys.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's definitely, and I'd love to see, like, the XFL. I wish we'd have gotten to see it. And I'm not going to say the 88 players, but I wish we had gotten to see the overtime rule that they had, because I think that would be great in the NFL.
If that's the case, the USFL did a modification of it. A slight modification of it. So we didn't get to see it in the XFL, but the USFL surely had it. And that would be a good idea for the NFL. If y'all talking about all working together as a sort of a collective partnership, you really should look into that. That kickoff rule, the same thing.
Correct.
I get it. Also, I guess the big thing on tackling. I was watching Utah State and BYU the other day, yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And one of the players was hit for targeting.
Uh-huh.
So you're going to have to figure out some type of rule for that. You know what I mean?
Wow. Arlington.
Yeah.
There was only one returned last year for a kickoff.
For a touchdown.
And that was Deb Dunleavy. And it was done.
Only one?
Uh-huh.
So I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if the kickoff rule for the XFL would remain. You got to keep it.
Yeah.
You got to keep it.
Yeah, like the punt rule, I thought that was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Andrew, don't be sorry. It's got to work. He goes, I really hope they keep that behind the scenes look at the challenges. I loved it. I loved that. I wish they would. I loved watching them play the Xbox controller like it was Madden.
Hey, Microsoft was heavy on that, baby. Microsoft was heavy on that.
I thought that was cool, man.
Yeah.
I mean, look, regardless of what we want. No, go ahead.
I was saying it's all about the game. It's all about the game. Yeah. Yes, Denzel, exactly. As long as they don't change that kickoff, man.
Yeah.
That was exciting.
Right. And the other thing I'd love to see in the NFL from the XFL, right, is trying that 1 point, 2 point, 3 point system for extra points.
That was fantastic.
I think that would be great in the NFL.
But they feel like, and I think that's the main thing, since we are talking about a partnership between the leagues, and we got to mention it, that so much pressure, because they didn't want to make gimmies for kickers. They wanted to make it a little bit more difficult for the kicker. But at the same breath, do you remember the times that people were missing those extra points from the 2-yard line?
Oh, dude. When's the last time? How often do you see a 2-point conversion made in the NFL?
Only when they need it. When they need it.
I mean, dude, you'd be lucky. That's another stat I'm going to look up. Ready?
How many 2-point conversions in the NFL? See, that's what I'm saying, man. And it's like you don't want to take – it's like the NFL and XFL do not want to take away from the kicker all the way. The NFL is like, we're going to put you out there. If you can make the kick from, 25, 30 yards out for an extra point, go for it.
Okay, so here. So now this is due to this is a courtesy of NFL this is going just all of football. So I guess they're including college and football in this, or do you just want to do NFL?
I just want to do the NFL, see about these 2-point conversions.
All right. Okay, so here it is. So, because I'm just kind of scrolling down, looking at stats and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the NFL conversion for a 2.0 that it's even played, right, is 49. Now this is league wide, 49% of the time. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. So now,
And yeah, and you know what, Sandy? I get that. If you comparing what the league has done since the time the XFL went away in 2020, yeah, it just seems that the NFL is boring compared to the XFL.
correct. Yeah.
But guess what? That's why that training ground is going to be like what we could potentially see in the NFL. And I hate that. I really do hate that. I really hate that. Like, that has been my biggest beef, is that this training ground is for the NFL to continue to succeed. And the reason why, like in baseball, next season there'll be a pitch clock, because in the minors apparently it was successful.
Ugh.
So they're gonna bring that over into Major League Baseball. Hey, you can't get mad because the universal DH worked. You really getting that mad? You getting that mad about that? You mad about that? Wow. Oh, I can't believe this. You mad about the universal DH and how it worked? Come on, bro. If that's the case, we would have never had Albert Pujols hit 700 home run. Get over it. Get over it, sir. Exactly. Get over it.
The DH does not belong in the National League.
It happened.
Shut up.
It happened. And it worked. Oh, yeah. And that's another thing, Andrew. Don't get attached. You can't, because they probably won't be around long. And that's the sucky part of the whole thing.
Well, okay, so
it's the sucky part.
All right, so Andrew brings up that comment there. Let's really think about this, right? So, okay, what if...
We had this conversation before, too.
That is true. What if the player does go? I mean, okay, here, let's take a guy like, for example, Luis Perez, right?
Yes.
Let's take a guy like Jordan, right? Jordan gets, Jordan goes to Kansas City. He's there, helps him win a Super Bowl, right? Then they cut him. I mean, that's the only reason why the Chiefs won the Super Bowl is because Jordan Thompson was there. The only reason why. The only reason why. It's on the practice squad. That was the only reason why they won the Super Bowl. Because Jordan was there. We all know that. We all know that. Patrick Mahomes ain't that damn good of a quarterback. It was Jordan Thompson who did it for him. Because if it wasn't without Jordan,
the success of Taylor Heineke.
Right. Okay. So here. So look. We'll just use Jordan. Jordan gets there, gets cut, goes to Detroit, gets cut. Now imagine if the XFL was still playing in 2021.
Yeah.
So then you got Jordan, who's already in the NFL. They'd be like, "Hey man, listen, we're going to send you down to this team. We'll just use St. Louis. We're going to opt you back down to St. Louis. You're still under contract with the NFL, but we're going to opt you down back to St. Louis to hone your craft some more." And then they send him back up, right? Same with Heineke. I mean, look what Luis Perez did. Luis Perez went to, played in the USFL, played well, got out there, got signed by some teams. Now he's cut. Now he's back in the USFL. I'm not right? He's back in the USFL, right?
He's still a free agent quarterback right now. So,
but again, I mean, look, it gives you. I mean, you get a guy like here. Okay, I'll give you a prime example. A guy like Malik Willis, right? Who's going to be a good quarterback. He needs to work on a little bit of his passing and stuff like that, right? But send his ass to the USFL or the XFL. Let him work on that. Let him work on that passing, getting that timing and stuff.
Okay, since you mentioned it, what about a guy like Taylor Heineke, who actually Has to have a little success in the NFL.
That's what I'm
Despite
saying.
not playing one single down
Right.
in the XFL.
Exactly. Like, look, I think a guy like Tim Tebow would have flourished in the XFL by the way he played. It was more like the Florida ball that they played. Look, a guy like you've heard me say it, Arlington, 100 times. Kaepernick. Kaepernick is an average quarterback, right? Just barely right there at average quarterback, right? You could have drummed him into the US XFL or USFL to hone those skills up on his playing skills, throwing the ball more. And he could have turned out to be a better quarterback. Regardless of what you want to think. I mean, look, you got Kenny Pickett, who's playing behind Trubisky. Put him in the USFL or the XFL. Because think about it, in college, how often are these guys really playing in college? A year, maybe 2 as the starter of that team?
Depending on who the starter is in front of them.
Exactly. I mean, come
on.
on.
You might get a true freshman like a Bryce Young did in Alabama.
Right.
You know, and he has to play 2 more years to really prove himself and to keep his Heisman status.
Yeah, if the NFL really wants these spring leagues to work and the Canadian Football League to work, they would be working with all 3 of these leagues with the money that they make, drafting players right out of college, right, and saying, okay, so here's what we're going to do. Do like they did with the NFL of Europe, but actually take it serious this time.
See, and that's the thing that I don't want. I know that it's going to happen anyway, and I got to get over that.
I know that we don't want that, but I mean, let's be realistic. If you want these leagues to succeed, they need to have helping from the NFL. Because if these players start getting too good, what's going to happen? The NFL is going to come after them. The USFL and XFL don't have the money like the original USFL did at first when they had billionaires backing them up. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then you heard when we were doing our USFL alumni show, some of those guys' checks were bouncing. You know what I'm saying? From the USFL. You know? But is it really, though? See, Andrew makes the point here. He goes, I don't think they want to put a high draft pick and risk that investment in getting an injured in the XFL.
Well, Malik Willis would not be considered a high draft pick. Anybody that's lower than the second round, first round, if you want to go there, you want to go that far.
But look,
that's what they're going to make the investment in is the high draft pick.
You could put a high draft, you could put a first round draft pick in a football game, and guess what happens? They get injured. Prime example, Sam Bradford.
Tua's a first round pick.
Tua? It's taken Tua 3 years to get adjusted to the NFL.
And
3 years.
And unfortunately for him, he keeps getting injured.
I mean, I get what
these injuries are going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's unfortunate because I hate seeing that within these players.
I get what you were saying, that he was thinking that way because we were saying Pickett.
Well, shoot, and for Pickett's case, but okay, they ain't got a lot of options where they could go to. So that's why I can understand why you feel that sentiment.
Here's the question. When have you really seen a young rookie quarterback, first year just out of college, light the league up other than Dan Marino?
He didn't light the league up.
Dan Marino didn't when he came in?
I'm talking about the person I'm going to say did not light the league up, but he was showing you that greatness was forthcoming.
Okay, who?
His name was Peyton Manning.
Okay, there you go. That's the guy I was going to say, because Peyton Manning, his first year, threw like 30 interceptions.
Well, the thing was, he was healthy, and he was the guy that came out of college right into their system, and got 26 touchdowns and 28 picks in his first year. But
other than Marino, when have you ever seen a young rookie quarterback come in and light a league up? You don't see it.
All right. But I get what you're saying. I get it. But my thing is this.
For guys like that, young quarterbacks that have only gotten a year or two in college, Put them in an XFL system. Put them in a USFL system. Put them in a CFL system and have them play and get the reps.
But but see, here's the case. In Kenny Pickett's case, I see where Andrew was coming from saying that it's a high risk, but that's because they didn't have much else at quarterback.
All right, look, I get it.
You just lost a franchise quarterback to retirement, so you basically back at square one. So did RG3 break Peyton's rookie record for touchdowns? No, that was Cam Newton, I think, that did that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can tell you. No, I ain't gonna say that. It said one of the XFL coaches was talking bad about Tua last night on Twitter. I think I know who that was. I'm not gonna say his name out loud.
Right. But
I'm
hey,
not gonna throw him out there like that. But
X-Fan Show here on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. This is our lunch special. You guys seem to have liked this thing. I don't know why. You guys have seemed to like it. So it looks like we might be continuing it. Maybe not every day. Right,
Yeah.
Arlington?
I think what we're looking at. Is a Tuesday, Thursday deal.
Yeah, Tuesday, Thursday. And hey, we do have a discrepancy on our Twitch channel. If you want to find us on Twitch, it's capital. You gotta spell it out this way. Capital F or capital XF. What is it, Arlington? And then lowercase AN, capital S, just like Arlington put it. If you want to find us on Twitch, that's how you spell it out. Just like that, and you'll find us on Twitch. Go to our channel and subscribe to our Twitch channel.
You can see down at the bottom of the page where you can find us.
All one word. All one word. Make it one word. But Arlington, I got to eat.
And then I got to go myself, man.
I know, right? Hey.
This was fun. So Tuesday, Thursday is what we're looking at in the future.
Look, see, I really enjoy it. It's all right. My normal lunchtime break, except for today. Hey, if you guys enjoyed it, then we'll keep doing it, man.
Hey, listen. So we're thinking about something. Hey, Sandy, you can get Twitch. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get Twitch. But hey, if that's the case, if you don't have Twitch, just watch it on YouTube or watch it on Facebook like you've been doing.
Exactly.
You don't have to change out because other people do. It's the same show. It's just on a different platform. So my thing is, yeah, Dirty, we're going to have to talk about this one, man, because we might have to do 2 separate shows.
You think so?
We might.
Yeah.
Because we got the weekly nighttime show.
Right.
And then doing these in the daytime. You might see how this is going to have to work out.
Right.
Might need to get a third person into the mix just in case.
How are we going to do that? We do. We have Big Papa G on Wednesday nights.
Yeah. See there?
So we have
That's
Big
what
Papa
I mean.
on Wednesday.
Yeah, just in case I can't be there. But hopefully that changes within
But I
the
got to
next
go.
few weeks.
I need to go eat some afternoon delight.
All right.
What means I got to go eat lunch.
I
Andrew's
hear you.
lunch.
I hear you, dude.
Why
I
can't
hear
I
you,
eat
dude.
lunch? That's my afternoon delight. You're always so perverted.
That'll wrap things up for this edition of the X-Fan Show lunch special. Thank you for those that tuned in this week. And I can't give it up now. We're about to sign off for just a little while. Hey, catch us on. We're doing it Tuesday. Is that right? Tuesday at 11. See us again for the X-Fan lunch special.
We might have some conspiracy.
We'll catch y'all later. All right, Dirty, A-Train, we out of here.
Show me the articles.